Welcome to Keep Heading East. I'm Murray from the YSE Cookery School. If you're joining us again, then welcome back. And if you're joining this series for the first time, you've actually joined us at the end of our whistle-stop tour of global feasting. Our final stop is Switzerland, just over the ridge from our base in the French Alps. You can check out the main introduction to this series by clicking the on-screen link in the cards, or follow the link in the description to download our free PDF cookbook with all the dishes that we'll be covering in this series. Or if you prefer a printed version, then there's one available as well. Now, Swiss cuisine is influenced mostly by French, German and Northern Italian cuisines. The country has 4 national languages, with German, French and Italian being the main 3, or the Swiss version of each. And this kind of naturally breaks down 3 different areas, and that's kind of what defines cuisine in Switzerland. Switzerland's always been a primarily agricultural country, and as a result many sort of Swiss dishes tend to be relatively plain and made from basic ingredients such as potatoes and Swiss cheese. In the Alpine regions you'll find similar dishes to the French Alps like fondue and raclette, but with the addition of the famous Rosti, if you like, a classic Swiss dish which consists of par-cooked and grated potato, fried until golden brown, and often served with things like sausage and ham and eggs and cheese and things. Berner Rosti is the classic Rosti, and it should only consist of potatoes, smoked pancetta, salt and pepper, and maybe a little butter. There's never any need to put eggs or flour in as a binding agent into Rostis, which is often called for in sort of less quality recipes. Because the potatoes are par-cooked, they release their starch, and it's that starch that kind of helps to bind the Rosti together. Now, in contrast to their sometimes simple food, the Swiss are known for making things to a very high standard. Things like watches, trains, roads, hidden bank accounts. There's plenty of high quality products as well. Food products like chocolate, cheese and really pristine macaroons, things like that. Now, if you're keen to have a go at making macaroons, I've linked to a recipe for raspberry macaroons by one of my all-time favourite YouTube channels. It's called Home Cooking Adventure, and Ella has some of the best patisserie recipes I've come across on the internet. So if you're ever looking for something for a special occasion or just to improve your skills in the pastry department, then head over and check out her channel. Now, the Swiss also make great wines. Not that they tend to share it with the rest of the world, but if you ever find yourself in Switzerland in the early weeks of September, then I'd highly recommend checking out the Marche de Cépages. It's a 6 to 8 kilometre long wine festival that sort of weaves its way through the French region of Sierre. Now, on the Saturday that it takes place, there are around 48 to 50 small local wine producers showing off their wines, and it's available to taste and purchase as you kind of make your way along with 8,000 other people through this gravel path that winds its way across the side of the valley. And I'll leave the link to a quick clip that gives you an idea about what it's all about. So that brings us to the end of our global tour of feasting. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've added a few new recipes to your repertoire. Remember to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with everything that we've got coming in store in the next few months. Thanks for watching. See you soon. So that's it for this stop on our Keep Heading East tour of global cuisine. I hope you've enjoyed it. Links are on screen now for the videos I mentioned earlier if you'd like to see a little more from the region. And remember, for our subscribers, there's a fantastic cookbook to accompany this series. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe and grab yourself a free PDF copy of our cookbook, or if you prefer a hard copy, the links are there as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon.